you introduced to Lynn and Team Nest Builder?
Actually, I saw this great flyer that was coming to my house monthly, and just kind of tossed it in the garbage like something we usually do, but I just saw how many houses she was selling in the short amount of time, and that's kind of what caught my eyes, the brochure.
And how far in advance of listing and showing your home did you contact her to discuss moving forward and planning?
Actually, I met her in January, and I think probably within a week or so, I decided that, I was gonna go with her. She just kind of made me feel comfortable and sort of take a look at the house, and I just, okay, sounds good,
What would you say your greatest concerns about selling your home around like the first meeting and planning with Lynn were?
Well, it sounded like there was a lot of work to be done, and that was scary because I knew the house is so big, and I thought it was an undertaking that I would have to, do a lot of work. So I was hesitant about doing that. Timing too, my daughter was going to college, and I didn't want to, get those two mixed up together. So, that was my hesitancy.
So how did Lynn and the team help you to manage any of those concerns throughout the process?
Oh my goodness. So this was the great wow factor, I guess, for me. Lynn came in with a list, after looking at my house, a list of like 50 things I had to get done. But what was great about that is that she also had, help to get that done. She had a stager prepared. She had a contact list of who to reach out to, and she sort of helped me prioritize, which is something I probably wouldn't have done. I would be like, oh, what month, okay, how do I get this done? When do I get this done? And I think she kept me on track, when to do it, how to do it, and who to reach out to, and that was huge.
Did Lynn lay out any particulars of the marketing plan with the key like mission critical dates on the onset?
Yes, she did. She brought over a package, and she pretty much showed me, some of the dates, some of the timelines of, what would be best, when would be best to sell. So she kind of helped me through that whole thing. She gave us a package for us to go through, so we really understood what we were doing at the time, with her help.
And you went into all the help and the team and everything that was laid out with that. Within that, I mean, obviously you talked about maintenance and repairs and staging and everything. Mm-hmm. But were there any inspections or any major other concerns or areas that were covered in that time?
Yes, actually the huge concern was the septic. And right away from the beginning, she called that out first, or else I would have never done anything about it. But she called out the septic. She's like, that's the first thing the inspectors are going to look at, so that's where you want to hit first. And right about January, or the end of January, we had them come in and they started their work, snow on the ground and all, but that was the key, to get that done.
And was your home professionally photographed?
Yes, it was. And that helped too, because after, the before and after was totally different. After Lynn had me do the paint job and, just cleaning around the house and just putting everything in place, it just was, like I said, totally different houses. So the photography was great after that.
And how do you feel all these services impacted the marketing and ultimately the sale of your home?
I think it's actually, if I didn't do those things that Lynn told me to do, I don't think I would have sold as fast as I did or got the price, over the listing price that I did. So definitely her keeping me on track, and again, just giving me the guidance, that was key. And a lot of the things people would say, oh, did you have to pay for this? Did you have to pay extra to get her to come into, and nope, it was all part of, what they did. So that worked out really great.
And do you recall reviewing any Sparta market data?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure Lynn showed me some of that. I don't know at the time if I was retaining it, but I think just based on her brochure, it kind of captures everything, the housing prices, the number of days it's been on the market. So in that one brochure that's sent out all the time, I think that's where I was able to kind of just quickly, at a glance, kind of see everything what was going on with the market.
And how do you feel the advice on pricing worked out for you?
Yes, so I think initially we wanted to go a high number, higher than what we initially thought, but after Lynn did some of the work she did, we sort of were able to get over that price. So I think by putting in the work it cost us some money, yes, to get some of the things done, but it was definitely worth it because we got, much higher than we expected to get.
And did you get multiple offers on your home, and how was the negotiation process with that?
Yeah, so that was also, again, a big, huge help, because selling my home for the first time, I had no idea, obviously, you have a price in mind, but we did get like 4 offers within that weekend, or within that one day, which was a Saturday, and Lynn kind of brought it back to us, and she's like, okay, wait a minute, let's just look at all these offers. She sort of laid out each of them what they offered, but she also put like what their, I'm going to call it banking information, sort of what background they had as far as banking, like what they were doing as far as loans, whether it was a veteran loan or whether it was just like a, straightforward mortgage. So she laid out each one of the buyers and told us exactly what they had to offer. And she went through it and told us, why she would choose what she would choose and what was best for us to, make those choices.
And throughout the process, were Lynn and Glenn in frequent contact with you?
Oh my God, yes, all the time. I mean, weekly, sometimes daily. But what was good about it, and this is just me being honest, it wasn't overkill. It was just enough. It was just to keep you on track and reminders. Oh, did you get this done? Did you call this person? So I think, yeah, they were in touch, basically every day or every other day. And if I was sometimes the one reaching out to them,
And do you feel confident that you got top dollar for your home in the shortest or easiest time frame?
Oh, 100%, yes. And it was pretty seamless. It was pretty effortless, I think, on our part. Once the work was done in the house, I think those days, her putting it up for sale, over the weekend, in a short amount of time, in just a day, we didn't even have to stay out of our house, because within that day we had multiple offers, and like I said, it made it seamless for us to sell the house. And the offer, again, was totally unexpected. Totally unexpected. So we were really happy, and very, very surprised with the offer that we received.
Are there any other services or standouts to you that made this process enjoyable or at least simple?
Honestly, again, it was the coaching, it was the guidance, it was just referring us to phone numbers, oh yeah, you need to paint, but I would say, oh, who do I get? And I didn't have to worry about those things, because there was a checklist and there were names of people and references, so I knew who to call. And there was a time frame, so okay, you probably need to get this done in January, and then the septic is first. So I sort of had steps, guidelines, coaching, and I couldn't have done it. I honestly couldn't have done it, and they were just great with that.
And is there anything you feel that Lynn and the team could have done better?
I've thought about that, and I've honestly gone through my house and looked at stuff, and reeling back the tape back to January when I first met Lynn. I would say there wasn't anything. Everything she told me to do in the house to improve it before I sold it, everything I would say I absolutely needed to get done. So no, I would, looking back, I would say no. They told me everything that I needed to do was what I needed to do to get it done. So I was happy with the results.